I've been doing monthly photos for my blog and portfolio site, my main portfolio site, since August of 2016, so this is the 10th year, so I thought why not celebrate it and do a video of this month's photos. That's August of 2025, and the theme for it is blooms of late summer. So if you enjoy these sorts of videos, give it a like. So perhaps I'll do more of these. I'm going to do the photos from a blog anyway. The blog is in Finnish, so this way I can discuss the photos in English also by doing a video about them. So let's start. So as the theme is blooms of late summer, so these are images of flowers, but not images of flowers in that sense, because the background and front elements are as, or even perhaps more important, as the in focus or center subjects. So I'm taking images or photos, not photos of something. And this is, I think this is very important for a starting or a photographer or a videographer for that matter, to take into account that you are taking the whole image, not just something in it, if you want the image to look nice or more compelling. So in this one I have the subject and the in focus subject quite in the center, but you have the front blur and the background blur, and also I play here with colors. So it's very important from which point of view you are taking the photo, because the changes in the background change how the composition works. So it's very important that you think about it, not just the in focus subject, that you get an image. So the blur and the colors are part of the image. Okay, we go to the next one. And same here also. The front blur and the background blur are very important for the image. But here the main point of interest is the color or saturation difference. So these are a bit, there's a bit of purple or magenta, what's color called in English here also, but it's almost white, so there is not that much color here, but the point of interest for the eye is the more powerful color here. But I think the blurred out of focus areas with these white flower petals becomes very nice and beautiful. Okay, the next one. And here also I'm playing with the same colors in the background, front and in the center, or almost in the center. And as you can see, the focus is not here in the center of the frame, it's here. But you have the blur in the background and also partly in the front that makes the image as a whole, and the composition is more important for me than the what's in focus or what you see in focus, or they need each other so the image functions. And here this is a bit different. Here I'm playing with the contrast of the white flower and the green, yellowish, reddish pedal, what it's called, and the green background. So it's quite desaturated but these parts have a bit more saturation, so I have a form here also in the composition. And here this is a quite good image to explain what I'm talking about here. So the in focus part is here, not in the center. So this part is no, it's not negative space, but it's as important for the image, these parts. It would be a whole different images if these orange blooms would be right in the center. So, and here also it's important to think about the nuances in the bokeh also. And this is a bit different, this one, because there's a lot of structure. So here I'm playing more with the lace-like structure these flowers give when they are out of in the out of focus area. And here also playing with color saturation and the focus area. And this is a great example also of the focus area. Most of the people, or some, would think it's not in focus. They would like these black parts to be in focus, or perhaps the whole thing to be in focus. But this is just how I wanted it to be like. So you have to focus here in front, and then the smooth bokeh blurred areas that makes the whole image. So we are not looking at something, we are looking at an image, a whole image. And here playing with the colors also, giving it contrast with the greens and the purple. And this is one of my favorites from this month's images. I really, this flower, I don't know what it's called, but it's so out of this world. But there is so much beauty in it, in the light blues, contrasting to the all red and green. So, and here also, here the focus area is in the center, but the important part is everything around it, and the contrast between the light blue and the colors in the background. And for the last image, this is more perhaps traditional one that has the whole flower, or the main flower, quite in the center and in focus. But here also it's the whole image that's the point of it. the green background, and that the green background is smooth. There's some of the same color there, but the flower pops out and it becomes a composition. So that was our 10-year celebration of my monthly photos that I've been doing for, as I said, this is the 10th year now. So hope you enjoy this sort of stuff, and if you thinking that he's got very expensive gear, camera lenses and stuff like that, think again. This is done, all these images are done with a setup that you can get used for 500 euros, and all the editing is done with Darktable. That's a free and open source software, so think about it. Thanks.